Welcome to my humble little office. My name is R. Keith Andrews. I'm a spiritual guide and paranormal adept. The journey continues today on January 4th, 2023 at approximately 8:42 p.m. PST. Well, that came out extremely clunky, but anyway, I'm here for the hopefully regular excerpt from the Yldrbac Chronicles. Now, this is technically, well, it's the first book out, and it's where you pick things up. Okay, this is the birth of the wolf pack. Now, in truth, this is actually the 10th book in the series. It just happens to be the first one I put into print. Okay, it's also the first one of the 4th trilogy. So it's a bit of a roundabout situation. But I figured I'd read a little bit of an excerpt from it. Okay, because people were asking me to. So, that's what this is. Okay, now this story came into existence way back when I was in grade 10. So, for those of you that have a project or have a dream, even if you're young, or especially if you're young, do not give up on it. Okay, granted, it took me way longer to put this into print than I was expecting, but here we are. Now, this is literally out of the early part of the birth of the wolf pack. Okay, now just to be clear, the way this story is written, there's a lot of flashbacks. There's a lot of that are intertwined throughout all 12 books, which is why I'm writing them all at the same time. Okay, and this is an excerpt regarding somebody from the distant past coming back into the lead protagonist's life. Okay, blessed be Billion Belanderos. Before I do that, I'll go back again here. The lead protagonist goes by the name Jeremiah Woolstrock. Okay, you'll get to know more about him, especially when you buy the books. Okay, but the excerpt goes like this. Blessed be Billion Belanderos, began the individual before him in ancient Elfid. As I live and breathe, things are clearly happening faster than we were expecting, since you are here in the middle of it all once again. Considering you are displaying the golden amulet, it must be as bad as the council suspected. Blessed be Tyndall, Jeremiah responded, uttering the greeting of old. It has been a long time, hasn't it, my friend? Far too long, Billion. Far too long indeed, replied Tyndall with a nod. So, what name are you going by in these parts, Billion? Tyndall inquired, still standing, yet looking him squarely in the eye. People know me as Jeremiah Woolstrock, or simply Jeremiah, he smiled. Fair enough, then we shall address you as such, if this is your will, Tyndall acknowledged. Not to worry, Tyndall, you can address me by whichever name you personally are comfortable with. I've been called many things over the years, and some of them are even repeatable in polite company. Jeremiah laughed as he looked upon his longtime friend. I assume you are busy. Thus I will not tarry longer. Though I feel I must ask, may I tell the others you have returned, or is this to be a secret maintained? Tyndall continued without hesitation. That is wise, Tyndall. The time for all things to change is now, Jeremiah announced. You know the others will come as well, Billion, stated Tyndall in a very relaxed yet melodic voice. Yes, I know, and there will be fear, panic, and death. But there will also be love, peace, and life in the end, Jeremiah responded. As you are aware, I have been known by many names in many lands over the years. They all require the insight. Over the years, Tyndall repeated with a chuckle. Now that is truly an understatement for the record books, Billion. I shall spread the word, my friend. But do us all a favor. Find another reliable crew for support. We cannot afford to have you die yet again. That is why I am here, Tyndall. to track down the best motley crew of reliable misfits I have ever had the pleasure of working with since the Great Collapse, Jeremiah assured him. Coming from you, Billion, that is truly high praise, replied Tyndall. They are actually good people, Tyndall, Jeremiah said, though, admittedly, when any one of them gets rolling, it often results in somebody getting seriously hurt. Put them all together with a common adversary, and there is no functional way of telling what will be the final result. Or body count. Whoa, my apologies. No functional way of telling what the final result or body count is likely to be. Well, aside from the very high odds that they will win, or one way or another. Understood, Billion. Fairly well, my friend. Until we meet again, confirmed Tyndall as he turned and disappeared back into the crowd without a trace, leaving Jeremiah to his own thoughts once again. Now, something that I probably didn't make as clear as I should have there. When Tyndall arrives, now, Jeremiah, to be clear, is 5'8". When Tyndall arrives, Jeremiah is already sitting down. So you got to take that into consideration when you look at the weight and how tall Tyndall is. Okay, so again, this is just a short little excerpt. Okay, but all of these books, like this is The Birth of the Wolfpack. This one is a sequel to it, which is clearly already in print. This one is the end of an epoch, and we'll get to it in a little way, a little bit down the road. Unless I decide to jump around a bit. Because I don't desire to give you the whole story so there's nothing left there. But this is just to give you an idea. This whole story covers everything from the old D&D style stuff, as in elves, dwarves, your mythological creatures, all the way up into modern man and beyond the fall of mankind. Now, with this in mind, I do tend to keep these ones very short. But hopefully you enjoyed that. If you look below this video, you'll find how to get a hold of me, as well as a whole list of different books that I've actually got in print. Okay, and just a real heads up, I am starting towards building a publishing company myself, because I'm already taking care of the 7 books that I've got that I personally have written. And I do desire to bring this forth for other people to be able to do so as well. In the meantime, however, I'm going to close it off here. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you enjoyed the excerpt. And until we meet again, take care of yourselves and each other, and for pity's sakes, stay positive.